I can explain everything. Just hear me out. A long time ago, I made a video where I had to repair a car in Project Zomboid, pretty much from scratch. It started with a ton of missing parts and a ton of broken parts, and over time I had to fix it so I could take it for a drive. Similar to the hit game, My Summer Car. This gave me an inspiration. I scoured the workshop for the perfect mods, eventually finding not only a recreation of the map from My Summer Car, but also the red Satsuma the player uses in that very same game. At this point, it was more than obvious what I had to do. I had $1 million idea sitting right there, ready to make me $1 billion trillion YouTube dollars. And I pretty much forgot about it for a few months. Until now. So, without further ado, here's My Summer Zomboid. Welcome to my house. It may not look like much, or be much, or have much, but this is where our story of success begins. We have this empty shell of a car all to ourselves. All it needs is a few touch-ups and then we can go live out our dreams of drunk driving around Finland. Anyways, in order to actually fix the car, we're gonna need to find a bunch of parts. Unfortunately for me, I just moved into this neighborhood and I have no idea where anything is. So we're gonna have to explore. Checking out some of the nearest buildings, I immediately secure myself a wrench and a tire pump, both of which are pretty important for mechanics. There's also this farm-looking thing near my house, but it has literally nothing of value inside. So I just ignored it for the rest of the run. Since I drank beer in the morning, I got tired really quickly and had no option other than to spend my day in the most productive way possible, sitting in front of a television. After quickly checking my map, I stole some things from my neighbor and proceeded to hit the road. Unfortunately for me, these signs are written in gibberish, so I just have to guess which one takes me to the nearest city. I guessed wrong, by the way. After beating the original owners of this car to death, I noted down on my map where it was. Soon I would come back for it. After tapping into my Romanian ancestry to steal some parts from a random wrecked car I found, I went back home to start trying to repair my Satsuma. After quickly disabling the infinite carry weight cheat I forgot I turned on, I put the gas tank and the battery into the car, only to realize that inserting some parts required an additional recipe. This meant I had to urgently go find whichever magazine gave me that recipe. Otherwise, my summer car would never be functional. Now is probably a good time to emphasize just how empty this map is. You're definitely supposed to have a car to get around. At least 60% of the footage I've recorded is just me walking back and forth. That didn't stop me though. I needed to find this recipe, and I searched just about every house, building, and random place of interest I could find. All the while, of course, noting down where cars were located, just so I could steal their parts later. Eventually, I found myself at a gas station. This was going to be very good, but I wouldn't realize just how important this was until later. For now, it meant, well, gas. It's kind of important to have fuel if you want your car to run. More importantly, it had fuel for me, alcohol, which I promptly put into my bag and started walking back home with. After leaving the newly stolen car parts outside, I chugged a whole bottle of wine and slept like a newborn baby on Christmas Eve. Very peacefully. I woke up the next day and decided the only logical thing to do would be to spend some time fishing. The only thing I caught was a severe case of disappointment. Anyways, I knew my best chance of finding anything to repair my Satsuma would be in the little town at the top of the map, so I started making my way over there. So, yeah, there was a near pristine quality Satsuma just sitting here. My first thought was to use this thing for parts, but that changed once I got inside the car. So basically, I not only found a Satsuma in good condition, but it also had the key inside, and we were right next to a gas station, meaning that in a minute or two, it was already fueled. This, of course, could only mean one thing. If I had the car completed, I had to use it. I decided a fitting way to end my run would be to test my driving skills. I had to make a full lap of the entire map, starting from my house and ending at the same. This was going to be a test of pure skill, intuition, reaction time, and of course, most importantly of all, alcohol resistance. The engine died, but I got pretty far. Let me see how close I was.